When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world.
I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings and welcome to another wonderful review, the last of my Christmas season reviews, and for that we are having a Christmas film.
You know, for kids.
And apparently my cat wishes to come on with me for this review. Say hello! Say hello, Khalees. Say hello. Any case. Hey, well, she was sickly and dying, now she's jumping up on the table. I guess that's a good sign, right? Any case, let's talk about Christmas horror. Last year, if you all were with me at the time, and if you haven't been, I do have many of them archived, I had Santa Claus himself come out and review some films. And chief amongst them were the Krampus movies. One of these movies was Mother Krampus. When I saw a sequel was coming out, I didn't care about the price, though it's not extremely expensive. The only thing I thought is save $5 and get it on DVD, and that's Mother Krampus 2. I am a stickler for completing series. You'll notice in my pickups, sometimes I will pick up movies that have nothing of redeeming value just for the completionist value. This, not much on special features. As a disc release itself, this is bare bones.
Inconceivable!
I think it might have the trailer on it if I remember correctly. But still, I like the cover. And the original Mother Krampus was a fairly entertaining film, so I thought, let's try the sequel. Let's give the sequel a little bit of love. So, Mother Krampus starts off where this family gets murdered during the Christmas holiday. Kind of reminds me of the start of Christmas Cruelty, come to think of it, because it starts off with a family being killed by a serial killer. Looks like some sort of, escaped mental patient in this particular case. Not nearly as brutal as Christmas Cruelty, so if you are into that sort of torture-y thing, it won't be as much to your liking, but still, for those who are fans of the slasher franchises, it still gets that slasher mentality right. Then we cut to a group of people who are serving their community service time under their parole officer or probation officer. I think it's probation. And they're doing it, they're helping out in like a soup kitchen type deal. But they are sent to this house to try and help out this elderly woman and just, do some basic odd jobs and chores. Unfortunately for them, this is the same house that the serial killer had struck at. So, let's talk about my overall thoughts. If you're looking for something that attaches to the first movie, then you are going to be sadly mistaken and very disappointed. It has nothing to do with the original movie whatsoever.
Hey! Shut up!
It kind of reminds me of how the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies happened after 2, where they started kind of not even being that closely linked to Christmas.
Garbage Day! Huh? No!
Which is kind of sad because I love that original concept. And this one is the case. She never dons this suit. Matter of fact, this cover is very much in line with the original film, but really has nothing to do with this current film whatsoever. It's your typical escaped mental patient who likes to kill people, and it just happens to be Christmas time. So with that being said, I still thought this was done fairly decently. You had your killer, and if you were catching on to things, you could tell who the killer was right away. If you're not so much, the killer might become slightly of a surprise. But to me, it is better knowing who the killer is right away, because it does add that tension where you're trying to sit there and say, don't make her mad. You know, don't do that. And this to me, it really does, I think, add to that suspense. Of course, some of the things that people do to get the killer after them, there's like, yeah, you deserve to die. And that to me was a fun part. The music was very decent, and I thought that it was well put together as films go. There were, well, I'll put that for the bad. And let's go ahead with the bad section. You notice that I put the non-congruence to that in the good section. It was sort of in the in-between, I should say. I don't really consider it a bad or a good. It doesn't detract from the film, but so much. But some of the scenes were shot a little bit darkly. There were a few scenes that might not have had the best editing, but it was passable. Just a slight negative. The things that really annoyed me were the people themselves, especially the survivor girl character. Oh my gosh. There was this commercial that used to run on TV where it was a joke on horror movie tropes. It's like, oh, should we get in the car? It's got the keys in it. It's like, no, we need to hide over there. Where? Behind the wall of chainsaws.
Why can't we just get in the running car?
Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Yeah, this is that type of mentality. She has her phone in her hand and puts it away because the serial killer's like, you know, yeah, don't call the police. No.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
And maybe it's supposed to be, but I feel like this is just an over-exaggeration of stupidity in Survivor Girls. But other than that, and a slight dragginess, but only really a slight dragginess, this just doesn't quite fulfill the potential that it should be. So with that, and a lack of any significant special features, I would have to give Mother Krampus 2 a 6 out of 10. Again, it's not a bad film. I think if it had a good array of special features, it could scrape by with a 7. It's very watchable. I would watch it again eventually, but it's not one I'm going to be jumping up and grabbing. Not anytime soon. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review. Of course, tell me what's your thoughts. Did you enjoy this? Have you seen this? Do you feel like it strayed too far from the original? Would you want to see an original, like a sequel to the original? Let me know in the comments below. Greetings, and this is yet another YouTube shoutout from SeptumSin versus the World. This time we are covering one of our close friends, Phantom Banshee, and his many interesting videos on YouTube. He does some funny little skits here and there. There's some of those that I think that he does those for good comedic value, usually with arranged toys and such. Also, does a number of anime reviews and anime collecting videos. Recently, he's been going through most of his collection for physical media, so you get to actually see it. I love collection videos. I was glued the entire time. He has a good, unique style, Everything rolls off the tongue, and, in my opinion, makes it an easy watch. If you like good reviews, if you like anime collecting, you should be checking out Phantom Banshee on his site. He's already got a decent number of subscribers, but you could add to that, and hopefully we can push him over to 200, maybe even more. So, check him out, and we will see you on the next one.